Well, good morning, everybody. So far today, we've made 2 non-pizzas and some jalapeno cream cheese bacon wontoni things that I got at the grocery store yesterday. So the first thing we got to do, though, now that we're up and at it, just been relaxing. Try to figure out what's going on with this door. I mean, like I said, the plastic piece is broke. If that's even plastic, that might be metal. But that's broken. It's unlocking the bottom fine. I found a whole new mechanism online for like $100. But I'm hoping that we can take the part of the panel off. Over the door release, it was going to be too difficult to put wood there. So I just ran the fabric. So hopefully we can just pull off this little bit of fabric and get in there. On YouTube last night, a guy was having the same kind of issue. He took it off, and there was just like a screw loose, a bolt in the back. So I'm gonna get my tools out. We'll see what happens. Hopefully we can fix it.
All right, let's see what it looks like when we open her up. Well, unfortunately, there's a bunch of stuff in the way. Okay, there's the... Well, I think I see what the problem is, but I don't know how I can get to it. Alright, well, I'm going to have to play around, and you're not going to be able to see anything anyways, but I think that screw in there is loose, or at least the whole arm is. But there's no, I don't know how I can get into that, where it's at. Alright, well, we'll see what happens.
Well, okay, turns out it was actually the back latch that was causing all the issue. I'm sitting here messing with the front. It was actually the back. So the cable that runs from the door handles to the back latch just needed a little baby adjustment. I moved it too far, the door wouldn't stay closed. I loosened it just a hair, tapped it with the hammer, tightened it up. Now the thing works like a dream. That's all it was the whole time. It was just a loose wire. The bolt for this one was a little loose. It was allowing the knuckle that's in there to actually pop out. But that's what broke this outside piece. And I think that's all right now. I tightened it up as good as I can get in there. I really need like a flexible screwdriver. I used to have a flexible bit attachment. I used to have one, but I don't have it. I don't know where it went. But I got a little bit on it, and now it's not popping out of that. The knuckle's not popping out of the joint, whatever you want to call it. And it works like a charm. So I'm going to get all these tools put away, and we'll show you the backup camera. Okay, so you can see the camera up on the roof up there. And it actually gives a really far distance. I mean, I can see everything all the way back there. I know you guys can't really tell how far that is. But I was going to try to show you it on the phone. I'm supposed to be able to take videos and pictures with it, but I couldn't figure out how. It kept closing when I was trying to do it, so I got to read the instructions. But anyways, at least that will let me see what's behind me. The bad thing is the remote, said remote right there, only works from about 12 inches away. I literally have to get the remote right here to turn it on. Now, I don't know if that's because the battery's dead or, bad in the remote, or that's literally you have to walk up to the back of it. And instead of pushing the little button, you got to push this little button, which that'll really piss me off if this is a brand new battery. I mean, it should be a brand new battery, but maybe it's just old. So I'll get a new one. All right, guys, I've seen these little holes, and I'm trying to figure out what's in them. So we're going to dig one out and take a look. Hopefully, it's not like some kind of wasp. I looked on the internet, and they said some kind of food storage. I guess you guys can't really see this, but maybe. Looked like maybe some grainy type stuff in there, but well, other than the little grainy stuff, I don't see anything in there. So maybe that grain was food. It said like a kangaroo rat or something like that would burrow little holes. I was thinking a lot of places you see like wasps and things burrow holes like that. But yeah, I was just kind of curious what was in there. All right, well, mystery kind of not solved. Well, folks, I'm really glad that that door was an easy fix today. The panel, I'm really surprised. It was really easy to take off and put back on because I put it on before I put the kitchen cabinet in. But it wasn't too bad. I just slid the door open a little, or closed a little bit, took some screws out, and moved it down. And then it went back on really easy. What I did realize that I don't have almost any insulation in that slider door. So I think one of the things I want to do is get maybe a roll of the pink stuff that's got the plastic around it, and we'll just jam that everywhere in there one of these days. Maybe tomorrow. Never know. Tomorrow we're going to probably get up kind of early, not smoking early, we're going to relax, but we have to do laundry and things like that. And we'll check out, maybe, I don't think it's open. I don't even think there's a reason to drive out there. But we have to do our errands in town. Then we'll probably go to the other forest tomorrow night. But nice thing is the back camera is up there. The door is working 100% fine now. Thank gosh, it was just that little adjustment. I kept focusing that there was something on the front that was wrong. Because I was trying to pull the outside lever and it wouldn't release. Well, it was the back one. You know. But that's one thing. In van life, things are going to go wrong all the time. And you have to be able to fix them. I worked in water treatment and distribution for like 25 years. Took a sabbatical, went commercial fishing, went back, to water treatment. And then I worked maintenance in hospitals and factories. So I do have a mechanical background as well. A lot of these things you just have to kind of look at. Play with like the doorknob and see what it does. And then, does something in the back feel loose? Yeah, and follow it back. Because you can't be taking your van to a shop every time a little something breaks down. If you did, gosh, that'd cost you a fortune. So you have to be able to make some kind of adjustments, improvements, repairs, whatever. Now, personally, could I do the brakes and things like that? Yes. Am I going to? No. I'm not going to do oil changes. It's just more than I'm ever going to want to do. But the home side of it, I will repair anything I can. Now, here's a question for y'all. Obviously, I have dental work coming up that's going to cost me a lot of money. There are things I want to do to the van. And this is why I'm going to ask you guys a question. If you all have a van or know somebody had a van or has a van, I was thinking about upgrading the leaf springs in the back. But I was told I should put airbags. Now, when I worked maintenance in a factory, the airbags would raise up and down. I mean, I understand them. But the ones I saw at the shop seemed very firm. And what I'm worried is if I put those in, that will really give a rough ride in the back and won't let the axle, the rear axle, move very well. So if you guys have any knowledge of that, please let me know. But I mean, there's a lot of stuff I want to do to the van. I want to do that. I have to get the brakes done sooner rather than later. That's new rotors, wheel bearings. And I want to put a new alternator in there. Since I am running occasionally off the alternator, I want to get a new one. I mean, it's getting warm. I will not have to use that at all for the next probably 6 months. So it's not like high on the list, but it is on the list. But this one back here is going to cost me $1,000. This one up here is like $1,800. I don't understand this one being $1,800, but that's what it is. But I wish I could have got some of that trim done today. It was just more important to get the door functioning properly, and now it's working like a champ. And now I know what the issue is. If it starts to mess up again, I know right to where to go. But it's been a beautiful day. I'm not ready for the hot temp. I almost put shorts on this morning. I was like, can't be that warm out. Really? I could have been in shorts still right now. I know I got the fire going just because I like to burn wood and I like to have a little solo stove going. But tomorrow, we'll go to town, do our errands, and depending what happens, we may get a chance to do some work on the cabinet. I don't know. I don't know if I want to pull everything out that time of day. I don't know. Just seems. But, like I said, we got to buy a battery for that remote because that's going to drive me nuts if I have to literally walk right up to the camera and turn it on. You know, it'd be nice to be able to turn it on from inside the van. You know, maybe if I heard somebody behind me. You know, that was the thing I was trying in the middle of the night last night. And I'd open up the exhaust vent and I hold the remote right to it. It's only a foot away, but it's on the back side. So I'm guessing if the battery is good, that's what it's set up to do. I mean, I bought a cheap one because the other one was not going to work at all. I mean, this was like $67. So if that's the case, you know, we'll deal with it for a while, and maybe we'll find one that works better later on. But for right now, I like the fact I can now see behind the van. That's a big deal when you have no windows in your van or the back ones are closed. Even if the back ones, if I took the curtain away and opened up the windows, I still couldn't see out the back. You can't. But folks, I have a lot more things to look at on the internet. Things I'm looking at. I need to buy more glasses because these cheap things, I mean, I get like 8 pair for $12, but they scratch up pretty easily. There's some other things I need to look at, but for right now, there's stuff I have to get done. So, thank you for joining me today. Sometimes a little hard to talk. Cheek gets stuck on that thing. But anyways, thank you for watching, commenting, liking, sharing, subscribing. I appreciate it, and it helps the channel. And as always, you all have a great morning, evening, afternoon, wherever you are. And we'll see you tomorrow on Jellybean Outdoors for more Life in the Van.